This is Oromo Voice Radio English program. Oromo Voice Radio is broadcasting to Oromia at 16 meter band or 17,850 kilohertz or on oromovoice.org website. OVR broadcasts Oromia Insight program every Monday for 15 minutes at 7:15 p.m. Oromia local time. Welcome to Oromia Insight program.
Welcome to Oromia Insight. My name is Ali Galato. On 16 April 2016, Oromia Support Group Australia have organized Human Rights Forum, the quest for freedom toward sustainable just peace through human rights. There are many speakers on the day from different communities like Gambella, Benishangul, Ogaden, many others from Oromo community as well. Dr. Trevor Truman, founder of Oromia Supported Group, was present. Today I will present to you Dr. Tarekegn Chimdi doing the work of human rights advocacy from distance, challenge and the prospect.
First of all, I would like to congratulate Dr. Trevor and Ms. Supolo for their long-standing or long-time humanitarian and human rights service to the Oromo people. This is long years. It is the age of an adult person, which he just sacrificed for the Oromo people, and I thank him very much from the bottom of my heart. He worked relentlessly and sustained OSE to expose the human rights abuses against the Oromo people. Still in the meantime, I would like to remember those who tried hard to report and document the human rights abuses back at home starting from 1992. 1992 was the climax of human rights abuses in Oromia. There were over 29,000 Oromos incarcerated in 4 detention centers. But that was unreported and the world public underwrote the plea. So in this resort, I would like to remember those brave Gadado and Salam clandestine groups who initiated documenting and reporting against crime from home. I will say rest in peace to Mr. Kumarida and Mr. Tulu Urge, who passed away in 2015. Still, I would like to say thanks to Gadado friends Getaka Gamachu, Ganamo Jara, and Amansi Sabarsisa, who are not with us now. My activism back home starts with the meeting with Dr. Martin Hill, which was in 1994. I met Dr. Martin Hill in 1994 on his trip to Oromia. In Oromia, we have done a piece of report from the interview, and that is accountability and the human rights accountability, which is actually published in 1995. It has got the problems which are actually related to the interviews of those who had been raped, those who had been detained, and these were the types of testimonies which were included in the 57-page report. And that's why I'm thanking those Gadado and Salam group for their participation and for their bringing in under trying circumstances. And in my part, actually, while I was out of Oromia in end of 1996, I tried to lobby and to try to do things. Some of these are actually defining self. The difficult thing in here is defining self. Because when you are trying to lobby or trying to discuss human rights abuses, the first thing that comes to somebody's mind is, who are you? So defining self was the challenge which was back then. And it was thankful that these days that was already to the minimum and almost everybody knows Oromo. And for example, during this time, the human rights defenders, this is actually it's not good actually pictorially, but I'll pass this one. And for this thing, or in order to talk about the challenges and the prospects, I'm telling you what I have known from my life in human rights activism. So I will directly go to what challenges I encountered. The rest you have known the massive human rights abuses through times, the climax ones, the 29,000, and the arrest and the leaders of Macat Ulama Association, the banning of Ora, the banning of Kurdi and Biwam, and all these are what had been known in back before 2000. Actually, from that experience, what I can see as a challenge is these factors. These are the factors I see as a challenge. Defining self. You go somewhere. You are the only person in a big bunch of people. You are talking about Oromo. Who are the Oromos is the first question. And what is Oromia is the next question. And probably if others who are coming from other backgrounds, the problem is no, you are not human. You have to talk in terms of human rights. I can quote Professor Mustapha Wandamariam, whom I met at Human Rights Defender Summit, telling me that you have to be human before talking about the Oromo. So the second one is collaboration and networking is our problem. Well, we are a community. In our community, we are all together, being together. We are not opening up ourselves to others. We do not know what others are doing. We are not participating in seminars. We are not participating in different venues or festivals. We are not telling people what we are and what we are about and what problems we have. We have to open ourselves up. That is the challenge we have. So, in my experience, this is a difficult part. I was through collaboration, and networking is the difficult factor, or the factor I see as a difficulty or a challenge. The other challenge is credible information sources. First of all, your work depends on your information sources. If you do not have information source that is biased, that is not real, that is not true, it trashes the credibility. So most of the time, getting information is the difficult part. As it is known, in Ethiopian Empire, people cannot travel from place to place. People are labeled Saguralawu, so they cannot move from there and there to collect data and information. This is a difficult part of the problem or the challenge in advocacy. And the other one is skills and resources. Actually, I was hearing Shangale telling that Dr. Trevor was working from his own house. I know that. But how many of human rights activists had they were putting their own resources. They are traveling with their own money. They are just putting their own resources into that, and they have to learn what they are supposed to do. So this is a great challenge. I am from physics background. When I came to human rights in 1993. I have to read through all the international covenants. I have to understand what people are writing. And I started from that point on to teach myself. So we do not have that much skills. This is a challenge. We do not know where to put our where to apply, where to put our grievances. This is the type of challenge which the human rights activists can encounter. The other one is international human rights covenants and ratification. The difficult part of human rights advocacy against the Ethiopian government is not party to every covenant, not party to every treaty, and it didn't sign some of the ratifications. So that is a difficult aspect, to put your grievances each and everywhere and to face the Ethiopian government. That is another point. And the other point is proximity of campaign locations. You want to lobby out from here, but where you are supposed to lobby is in another part of the world. That is a difficult aspect that he cannot accomplish as he wish. So the other, which I would like to see, is the national and the geographical interest of the countries. In the lobby, it is the national interest which takes the best part for the governments. Those governments have a national interest of their own. Our problem is when we are facing the Ethiopian government, I'm not actually telling you we have to stop, but we have to be aware of that and we have to face it. The difficulty we encounter at this stage is, one, the issue of Somalia, the issue of South Sudan, and the peacekeeping force of Ethiopia in the region. This is what comes into play. And when we are discussing in terms of China, what makes lobbying difficult is it is economic interest. So that is why our lobbying is difficult. But still we can face it. It's not impossible. This way or that way, we will win one day. The other one is the reach of the enemy. Where the enemy is now has got its own satellites or its own operatives and agents in each and every office, including Amnesty International. Therefore, when we are talking to the human rights organizations, the problems you may face is actually things will be tackled. They will not respond as you need. So this is another challenge that we are facing. But still, with concerted effort, we can push and we can win over that. And I'm telling about the difficulties. I'm telling all the fears. But still we can. Well, we are at this stage, we can win over the data collection with the use of technology. With the use of technology, we have witnessed that every information can be extracted. So we have a leverage over that side. The other thing is, we have excess skilled manpower. We have lawyers, we have technologists, we have every people who are interested to work and to make a difference for the Oromo cause and for the well-being of the Oromos as well. And the other one is diversification of the problems we have. What does that mean? When I'm telling about diversification of the problem, Wayane was systematic in every sense. The problems are from socio-economic to political subjugation. So they are diversified. For example, we are talking about land grab. Land grab is a collective problem. But if we are systematic, we can win over that. We can leverage that to our advantage. For example, how many people of us try to face the Ethiopian government at home through legal means? Let's play the game. The game we have to play is we have to use our problems to leverage and to support our cause. For example, Wayane is actually putting people imprisoned, and in that prison they do not have a lawyer. They do not have access to food. What does that mean? If you go to the court with this issue, what will happen? They may fail you. If we are failed at the Ethiopian court, we have tried what? We have tried the local remedy. Denial of that local remedy is to our benefit. It's to our benefit. We have to divert and use that. The other thing, every problem every challenge is an opportunity. We have to open ourselves. We have to look through each and every problem and how we can make use out of that. So what I can say is, if we have, with concerted effort of all stakeholders, what do I mean in this? Everybody is trying his best individually, each and everywhere. If every part of this is put together to make it whole, with that concerted effort, we can make a difference in such a way that we can bring the awareness into the international venue. At this stage, probably we might think of bringing the Wiyani into the International Criminal Court. But that issue, we are far from there. We have to discuss truly. We are far from there. Why? Because Wiyani is not the party of that treaty. But we can make through other areas. We can look or explore other corridors. There are corridors. So if we just put everything together and try to find out the way we can go for it, I think we can make it happen in a very short time, and that will assist or that will help to our national cause and to the observance of human rights and to the protection of justice. Thank you very much.